Before we get started with this week's content, please, if you haven't done so already, like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. Now, without further ado, enjoy this week's show. Added you from class. It started with a friend request on Facebook. Michael Reeds. I didn't recognize the name, but he had 5 mutual friends, mostly people from a psych class I took during my freshman year at college. The request had been sitting for 2 weeks. I clicked on his profile. It looked real. Minimal photos, a blurry profile picture of him with a dog, some vague posts about music, college stress, and a cover photo of full trees. Seemed normal, average, forgettable, so I accepted. About an hour later, he messaged me. "Hey, hope this isn't weird. I think we had Psych 101 together last year. I used to sit way in the back, always late, lol." That sounded plausible. Psych 101 had close to 200 students, and I didn't remember most of them. I replied, "Haha, yeah, that class was huge. I probably saw you and didn't even realize." He sent back, "You wore a red hoodie all the time, right? From club name?" I just remember faces. I stared at the message. The club was small, maybe 15 of us, and we only posted one group photo. It had been in a closed Facebook group. I double-checked. The privacy settings were still private, not public, and I wasn't tagged in the photo. I brushed it off. Maybe we had more mutual friends than I realized. Maybe someone reposted it. I didn't think too hard about it. That night, he liked 3 of my old photos. One from my birthday last year, one of my roommate's dog, and one of me standing by the back door of our building. That last one made me pause. It wasn't geotagged, and barely anyone had liked it. I'd posted it over a year ago, buried way down. The comments were just from close friends. I untagged the photo and changed its privacy to only me. Next day, he posted on his own feed. Some doors are meant to stay closed. Others are easy to find. No one reacted. A few days passed. Then he started commenting on things. Nothing aggressive, just too aware. I posted a picture of a coffee and a textbook captioned, "Finals mode." He commented, "Second floor library, back left table, right?" I froze. It was accurate. I'd taken that photo maybe 5 minutes before posting it. I hadn't tagged the location or checked in. It was just an angle I liked. But to recognize it, to know the spot, that wasn't casual. I DM'd him. "Do I know you better than I think I do? Because some of your comments are weirdly specific." He replied instantly. "You told me, just not directly. People forget how loud they are online." He followed it up with a photo, not of me, but of my building, my actual apartment building, taken from the corner of the street. Just a wide, harmless shot. Could have been anyone's building. But I knew that angle. He had stood across the street from my door. I blocked him, reported him. Campus security got involved. They couldn't prove he was ever on school grounds. They said the account was likely fake, built using copied friend connections and pieced together data. Whoever it was, they were methodical. But here's where it really turned. I went back through my own profile, looked at everything I'd ever posted since high school. I noticed the pattern. Every place I'd lived, worked, or studied, he'd left some small trace. A like on an old photo of a building sign, a comment under a memory, even a single haha reaction to a meme about a grocery store I used to work at during high school. And in my archived messages from years back, long before I'd accepted his friend request, I found something worse. A message request I'd ignored in 2020 from someone named M. Reed. All it said was, "Hey, I think I saw you in line at the bookstore. Red hoodie." I've deleted Facebook, changed my number, locked down everything. But last week, my friend, one of those old Psych 101 mutuals, sent me a screenshot. It was from a new Facebook profile, different name, new photo, no mutual friends. But the only public post. We all start as strangers. It's what we do with the information that counts. Tagged. It started with a like. Nothing unusual. I'd posted a photo of my coffee and sketchbook. One of those casual, artsy shots with good lighting and zero effort. Just part of my feed's vibe. I noticed the like because it came from a private account I didn't recognize. @V0ID. No profile pic, no name, no bio. 0 followers. Following 1, me. I figured it was spam. Maybe someone from high school lurking. Whatever. Then it liked another photo. Then another. By the end of the night, every single post on my feed, going back 4 years, had a like from @V0ID. I blocked it. The 2 days later, another account popped up. @V0ID__0. Same format, same behavior. It didn't follow me this time. It just liked 6 very specific photos. Not selfies, but background shots. Windows, reflections, corners of rooms. The kind of details I didn't even notice when I posted them. Then, I saw it. One of the photos they liked was from my story archive. A mirror selfie from my old apartment. In the mirror, there was a blurry figure near the back door. I never noticed it when I took it. Nobody else ever commented. I zoomed in. It looked like someone was mid-step in my kitchen. I thought, maybe it's a shadow, maybe just a motion blur. I removed the story highlight, archived half my feed, turned my account private, changed my username. The next day, I got tagged in a post from an account called @frogments_of_you. The photo was me, but it wasn't a photo I ever posted. It looked like it was taken from outside, through my bedroom window. Same hoodie, same earbuds, same poster above my desk. My heart dropped. I checked the account. Every post was a piece of a puzzle. A photo of my building, a blurry photo of my mailbox, a zoomed-in shot of the back of my head in the campus dining hall, and one video. Black screen, wind noise, muffled breathing, then my voice, distorted slightly, saying something mundane. "I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm walking now." It was from a voice message I sent a friend weeks earlier. It wasn't public. I didn't post it. They had recorded it somehow. I deleted Instagram for a week, but I couldn't stay off. Too many people use DMs instead of texting now. When I re-downloaded it, I had a new message request. No username, just Instagram user. The message read, "You look different when you aren't filtering everything." And attached was a photo, a candid, unedited shot of me sitting in my car. Head turned, eyes half closed, taken from behind, taken without me knowing. I've changed everything since then. Phone number, socials, routines. Moved apartments, covered my windows, got a new phone, turned off microphone access for every app. But here's what still messes with me. Whoever they were, they never tried to talk, never tried to hurt me. They just collected me in fragments, one photo at a time. Scene. We'd been broken up for over a year. It ended quietly. No screaming, no blocks. Just two people realizing they weren't right for each other. Or so I thought. His name was Chris. We met in a film class sophomore year. He was charming in the quiet way, made playlists, remembered little things I'd say, showed up with coffee when I didn't ask. For a while, it worked. Then it didn't. He got possessive toward the end, jealous about stuff that didn't matter. Once accused me of flirting with a Starbucks barista because I said thank you with a smile. Still, we stayed civil after, neutered each other on Instagram, but never unfollowed. So when I posted a reel from my apartment's rooftop garden a few months later and saw his name in the scene list, I didn't think much of it. Just curiosity, right? That was the beginning. A few days later, I posted a story, just a picture of a meal I made. Basic lighting, nothing revealing. He DM'd me. "You still overcook your pasta?" I hadn't spoken to him in months. I ignored it. Then he replied again. "Your kitchen light hums when it's on. It always did." I blocked him. But blocking someone doesn't erase the fact that they know you, that they once sat in your home, that they know how the door sounds when it sticks, or which window doesn't quite lock all the way. A week passed. I started double locking everything. I even put up a camera in the hallway outside my door. Paranoid? Maybe. Until one night, I came home and found a photo taped to my door. Printed on glossy paper, the kind you'd get from Walgreens. It was a photo of me, taken from across the street. I was walking, looking at my phone, alone, headphones in. On the back, written in pen, "You don't look both ways anymore." I called the police. They said unless he'd threatened me, there wasn't much they could do. I filed a report. They told me to document everything, save messages, take pictures. So I did. I got new locks, changed my schedule, told friends to walk with me to class when they could. But he was quiet after that, for about a month. Then, one night, I got home late. Group project, library, cold night. I was on edge already. I scanned the hallway before unlocking my door. Everything was quiet, until I turned on the light. There was a note on my kitchen counter. I hadn't been home in hours. I hadn't left the window open. The front door had been locked. No signs of forced entry. The note was short. "You left the candle burning." I hadn't lit a candle in days. That meant he had been there before. Inside, watching, learning my habits. I called the cops again. They searched. Nothing. No prints. No signs of a break-in. They asked if I was sure I locked up. I was. 2 nights later, I heard something outside around 1:30 a.m. A low scrape, then the softest knock. Not loud, not urgent, just a tap. Like someone knew I was awake. I checked the hallway camera. He was there. Wearing the same hoodie he wore the day we broke up. Standing still, not facing the camera, just staring at my door. He stayed there for 11 minutes, never knocked again, never tried to open it, never said anything. Then he walked away. Police came. Again, no evidence, just footage. But unless he entered or made a direct threat, they said their hands were tied. I haven't seen him since. But sometimes I get message requests from random burner accounts. They always say the same thing. Scene. Recommended for you. I used to run a small lifestyle YouTube channel. Nothing viral, nothing crazy. Just 10 to 12 minute vlogs, study with me montages, cooking clips, weekend resets, and the occasional Q&A. My following hovered around 17,000. Most of the engagement came from regulars, sweet, normal people who liked the calm aesthetic and my voice, apparently. I lived alone in a 2-bedroom rental just outside of Portland. I filmed most of my videos in the same spaces: the kitchen, my desk near the window, my little reading nook in the second room. It was all curated to feel cozy and welcoming, and I never thought about what I might be showing. Not really. Things changed slowly. So slowly I didn't notice until it was too late. The first thing I clocked was a comment from a user named @JustCoffeeHere on an older video, one of those Sunday morning routine clips with lo-fi music and soft lighting. I rewatched it after seeing what they wrote. The sound at 6:14. Is that someone breathing? I muted the music and listened. Sure enough, under the ambient track, just for a second, you could hear something. A low inhale, not mine. It sounded like it was picked up faintly by the mic. I remembered that day. I filmed with the windows open. Maybe it was someone outside. Still, I replied politely, "Weird. Must have been background noise from the street." The reply came almost immediately. "You live on the 3rd floor. No sidewalk sound would carry like that." That struck me, because yes, I do live on the 3rd floor, and I'd never said that online. I even avoided showing my apartment number or building view directly in videos. I was careful, or at least, I thought I was. I clicked on their profile, blank. No uploads, no followers, no PFP. I deleted the comment and moved on. Thought it was just a creep. 2 weeks later, someone else, new username, @_unsweetenedtruth, commented on my newest upload. "Your bookshelf is missing a book in the top right since last week. Hope you found it." I hadn't mentioned anything about that on camera. I ran to the shelf. Sure enough, one of my travel journals was missing. I hadn't noticed. The shelf looked undisturbed otherwise. Now I was fully unsettled. I did what anyone would do. I rewatched every recent video, looked for what I might have revealed. Street signs through my window glare, glimpses of outside when I opened my front door, reflections, anything. And that's when I saw it, in a What I Eat in a Day video from a week earlier. At 4:11 when I panned over my coffee grinder, in the glass reflection of the cabinet door across the kitchen, a silhouette. Someone standing in my hallway, not moving, not speaking, just watching from where the living room meets the back hallway. I hadn't noticed it while filming. No one else had commented, but it was unmistakable. I felt sick, violated. I checked every lock, every window. My landlord had never installed cameras or an alarm system, so I stayed up that night, knife in hand, sleeping on the couch with all the lights on. The next morning, a package was outside my door. No postage, no name. Inside, a thumb drive and a note. "You should start uploading in 4K. Some details are hard to make out." I didn't plug it in. I took it to the police instead. They took a statement, kept the drive, told me they'd call. They didn't. Not for 5 days. When they did, the officer on the phone sounded disturbed. He asked if I had any roommates. I said no. He asked if I had given anyone a key, ever, including exes. I hadn't. He said the drive contained 8 separate video files, not mine, of me, in my apartment. from angles I'd never filmed. Low to the floor, up in corners, one behind the vent in my bedroom, another taped under my kitchen table. Footage of me making food, pacing while on calls, dozing off on the couch. All timestamped, all recent. They told me someone had been inside my apartment multiple times, possibly still had access. That same night, I got a new comment on my latest private video. I had left it scheduled, forgot to cancel it before pulling the channel. From a user named Recommended for You. Don't let them scare you off. I liked you better unfiltered. That's when I realized the most chilling part of all of this. I thought I was making content for strangers, but one of them thought I was making it for him. And remember, fear doesn't go away. It just follows you